Hey, how are you? My name's Tammy Marshall, and I'm the director of the Emotional Healing Institute and the creator of the Unemotional Eater program. And I have an unpleasant topic today. We're just going to talk about suicide. It seems like suicide is just all around me right now, and I just want to speak into it for just a minute. If you'll just indulge me. When I was a kid, that thought of suicide became a habit for me. And that's something that, I don't really want to talk about, because people have all kinds of opinions about that. But it became, I was in a tough spot. And just there were a lot of things going on in my world that I couldn't control. And so, it was just like I just wanted to check out just because I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't feel like I had the resources. I didn't feel like I had, like it just felt like it was going to go on forever and that there wasn't going to be an out. And that became a habit for my brain to go into that place. And so that's the first thing that I want to speak about is if that has become a habit for you, I'm going to ask you to challenge the thought. Knowing that that's just a thought, no different than somebody saying every time somebody has a stressful thought to say, I'm going to eat ice cream. Like they've just created a thought pattern. And so one of the things that I had to do was just put the thought on hold, just like so that you would practice coming up with something new. And so I made a decision that I would not have that thought for a year. And so how that looked once I made that decision, that when that thought would come up, I go, oh, I've suspended that until January, blah, 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 blah. And so then it was like, so what else can you come up with, brain? Because that we've taken that off the table. And so something as simple, and I say simple, right? Because your brain's got to go, oh, it's got to figure out its new path in the, I always talk about farm roads because that's basically, it's like, if you've ever driven on a farm road, like it's just ruts on the ground. And so to get that truck to come out of that groove away from that pattern, can be hard because it's like it just wants to fall back into that. But that's really what you're doing when you suspend that thought and go, okay, I'm taking that off the plate. What's next? Then, it's just your brain's got to catch up with that. And so it's going to come back and test you a few times to go, did she really mean that? Did she really mean that? Before you can actually take, before it'll find new grooves, for lack of a better word. The other thing I want to talk about is just hope. For whatever reason, I've gotten to take lots of field trips in my life as far as, just tough situations, and just having to battle out of those. But I want you to know that there's always a new day. The sun always comes up, and there is always a new day and a fresh hope, even when it doesn't seem like it. And so if you've never suffered with these thoughts or had things come at you that you just thought, I just don't think I can get through this. I just want to challenge you that when you see people in the world, you have no idea what they're going through. You have no idea what diagnosis they just got. You have no idea if their spouse just left. You have no idea if their child is sick. You have no idea if they just lost their job. You have no idea if, you just have no idea. Life is going on all the time. And so often people are walking around in life shell-shocked because of what just happened, and just feeling like they do not have the capacity to just do what's next. And sometimes that seems so ludicrous because even when we look at somebody else's problems, they seem so solvable, but to them in that moment, maybe they're not. And so just coming at people with love and compassion for whatever's going on, and your smile, your opening a door, your saying a kind word may be the 1 ounce of hope that somebody is holding on to. If someone comes back to you in some nasty, it may be because their heart is hurting and they need kindness from you in a dark space. And, and I just also, if that is something that you are considering, I would just ask you to reach out, to tell somebody what's going on, to help, to get somebody to just help sort it out and break it down. And just know that there is always hope. There is always a fresh day. And I have been in periods that there just didn't seem like a fresh day for months, for years. Like, I got it. But I'm also still standing here and telling you there is a fresh day. There is, some little trickle will come in just to give you a fresh hope for a moment until you can get to the next one, from glory to glory, that we just walk it out. And it's been worth the journey. There's been parts of this journey that have been very difficult that I've just thought, really, God, like, what were you doing? Are you paying attention here? But in all those lessons, he has been conditioning my heart and bringing me in closer to him. And so I would just know that as they say, this too shall pass. There's just a fresh renewing every day for your heart and for your hope. And I would just ask you to just to hang in there for that next moment. But just know that you are loved. Know that you are cared for, even in the moments that it doesn't feel like it. Just reach out to somebody. And for those that aren't going through it right now, just compassion, love, a smile, an ounce of kindness. Have a blessed day.